our Administrator, Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, Officer in Charge for the Hydrography Branch, Commander Antonio G. Valenzuela Jr., the Assistant Director for Operations, and the Officer in Charge for the Survey Support Division, Commander Jose T. Arevalo Jr., the Assistant Director for Administration, Commander Carter S. Lumaang, Management, Officers, Promotees, and Appointees, good afternoon and welcome to the oath-taking ceremony for the uniformed personnel of the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority. The agency has determined the need to fill the vacancies in the ranks of commissioned officers and non-commissioned officers. Thus, it sought the appointment of qualified personnel as it is needed and at the same time, well-deserved. Our Administrator, Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, our Deputy Administrators, our Branch Directors and Assistant Directors, the Hydrography Branch Management, Probationary Ensigns, and NCOs are hence gathered today for the oath-taking ceremony, which will be presided by our Administrator. Without further ado, may I call on Commander Carter S. Lumaang for the reading of the special orders from our Administrator, Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to read the special order of the two non-commissioned officers who will be promoted to the next higher rank. First is Special Order number 008, Series of 2001. To Petty Officer Second Class Aurelio K. Ragay, you are hereby appointed as Petty Officer First Class under a permanent status at the Hydrography Branch, NAMRIA, with a base pay of 32,756. The nature of this appointment is promotion Vice Petty Officer First Class Antonio G. de la Cruz, who retired with Plantilla item number NAMRIA B POF 13ME-3-1998. This appointment shall take effect on the date of signing by the appointing authority, signed January 11, 2021, by Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, Administrator and Appointing Authority. Second is the Special Order number 009, to Petty Officer Third Class Fernando M. Dulay. You are hereby appointed as Petty Officer Second Class under the permanent status at the Hydrography Branch, NAMRIA, with a base pay of 32,114 pesos. The nature of this appointment is promotion Vice Petty Officer Second Class Aurelio K. Ragay, who was promoted. This appointment shall take effect on the date of signing by the appointing authority. Signed January 11, 2021 by Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, Administrator and Appointing Authority. Thank you.
Now, may I call on our Administrator, Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, for the administration of the oath of office of the non-commissioned officers.
Please raise your right hand as I administer your oath of office and repeat after me. I, your name please, of your address, having been appointed to the position of, position title, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position and of all others that I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines. And that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I call on Commander Jose T. Arevalo Jr. for the reading of the special orders from our administrator.
Thank you very much. So, Special Order number 020 dated January 21, 2021 and Special Order number 043 dated February 4, 2021. Subject, appointment of probationary and SINs. Pursuant to the provisions of Republic Act number 2057 and Executive Order numbers 192 dated June 10, 1987, with its implementing guidelines, the DANR Administrative Order DAO number 31 series of 1988 and the amendment for section 10.2 of DAO 31 series of 1988 as adopted under NAMRIA Board Resolution number 2000-03 series of 2000 and implemented by DAO 2000-54 dated 28 June 2000. The following are hereby appointed as probationary and SINs in the Commission Service of NAMRIA Hydrography Branch effective 25 January 2021, namely Engineer Louis Marie R. Mendoza, Engineer Limuel John A. Bagtas, Engineer Eileen G. Atienza, Engineer Jerry W. Sibaen, Engineer Joshua M. Alarin, Engineer Brian Anjo M. Mabus, and Engineer Charlie C. Otor. And effective 15 February 2021, namely Engineer Ashley Reese A. Advincula and Engineer Erica Angela C. Tumaliwan. Above mentioned may be appointed in the grade of ensign upon the recommendation of the Director, HB after not less than 6 months of continuous, faithful, and very satisfactory service as probationary ensign, and after one or more efficiency report has been rendered to them. They are entitled to receive monthly basic salary of 38,366, subsistence allowance at 150 pesos per day, personal economic relief allowance or PERA at Philippine peso 2,000 per month, uniform allowance at 2,232.75, and other allowances and benefits authorized to the position. Recommended approval by our Director, OIC, Hydrography Branch, Commander Antonio G. Valenzuela Jr., and hereby approved by our NAMRIA Administrator, USEC Peter N. Chacos, CESO1, PhD.
May I call on our dear administrator to administer the oath of office of the probationary ensigns.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me as I administer your oath of office. I, your name, of your address, having been appointed to the position of your position title, hereby solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties of my present position and of all others that I may hereafter hold under the Republic of the Philippines. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the laws legal orders and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines
promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines,
and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily
and this obligation upon myself voluntarily,
without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
without reservation or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the newly sworn in probationary ensigns. With that, may I invite probationary ensign Luis Marie R. Mendoza to give us a few words.
Our Administrator, Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, NAMRIA officials, Hydrography Branch OIC Director Commander Antonio G. Valenzuela, Jr., Assistant Director for Administration Commander Carter Lumaang, Assistant Director for Operation Commander Jose T. Arevalo, officers of the Hydrography Branch, and everyone else who are witness to today's ceremony, good afternoon. The appointed probationary ensigns and promoted petty officers wish to thank the NAMRIA administration for this new and continued opportunity to be of public service as uniformed personnel. We further pledge to uphold the integrity of NAMRIA's uniformed service and to fulfill our mandates and responsibilities at par with the standards of the authority. Thank you.
Thank you for your message. And to conclude the program, may I now call on our Administrator, Undersecretary Peter N. Chanco, PhD, CESO 1, to share his message to the newly sworn probationary ensigns and non-commissioned officers.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everyone. Firstly, I would like to congratulate our newly appointed and newly promoted personnel of our hydrography branch. I'm sure you are all aware of the important functions and role that our office plays, not only in national development, but in our survival as a nation as well. It is because of our efforts, partly or wholly, that's why our country now has the Benham or Philippine rice. We also have a common exclusive economic zone boundary line with the Republic of Indonesia. We have the charts for the safe navigation of vessels within our national waters, multi-purpose maps and other charts for development planning, resource exploration, national security administration, and myriad of other related applications. It is unfortunate that oftentimes we do not get the credit for the great number of positive contributions and accomplishments. But as long as we know that we are able to deliver what we are supposed to provide and then some, I know that you are with me when I say that it's just fine with me. In fact, we can even tell them to just continue bringing the challenges on. One issue which is increasingly becoming hot by the day is the absence of an official Philippine map showing the extent of maritime jurisdictions of the Republic of the Philippines. In the meantime, our agency is being flooded with requests from other agencies, government and NGOs alike, from schools, Philippine embassies and missions abroad, media, and the general public for such a map. Anyway, the ball is not in our hands anymore, as we already have finished and presented the same a number of times in Malacanang, with the President himself presiding the meeting and in other fora. In all of this, of course, additional hands will make this task much easier. With our stringent qualification standards and hiring requirements, I have no doubt that you are very competent and will be able to perform your task well. That's why your coming to NAMRIA is always a good news. So with a big smile on my face, I would like to again say to you, congratulations and welcome to the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority.
Thank you for that motivating message, sir. This concludes our oath-taking ceremony. Thank you very much and good afternoon.